everybody, this is Isaac here, and welcome to a new episode of Isaac Reviews. I'm actually very excited today because I'm taking a look at a movie done by Guillermo del Toro. Hope I pronounced that right.
Guillermo del Toro is certainly one of those filmmakers who gives audiences great storytelling and awesome monsters. From his iconic Alice in Wonderland-like movie Pan's Labyrinth, or even The Shape of Water, which won Best Picture in 2017. This guy has made tons of movies, and they've been considered hit after hit after hit.
Since we're on the subject of Guillermo del Toro, here's one superhero which is certainly awesome in his own right.
The Hellboy series was created back in 1994 by Mike Mignola, and the characters he created are just spectacular, and the stories always interested and intrigued readers.
And so, in 2004, Guillermo del Toro teamed up with Columbia Pictures to create the movie that we know today. I'm of course talking about Hellboy.
The film begins in Scotland during the Second World War, where Professor Broom and some American soldiers are facing off Nazis with the help of a wizard known as Rasputin to open a portal to hell.
Though to be fair, Nazis and dangerous relics don't really mix well together.
Did they even learn their lessons from Raiders of the Lost Ark? After a really awesome fight sequence, the Nazis are defeated. However, when a demon seems to get out of the portal, Broom decides to take care of it and make him his son, giving him the name Hellboy. 60 years later, Professor Broom, played by the late John Hurt, now owns the organization known as the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, with Hellboy, played fantastically by Ron Perlman, as their leader, with other members including Abe Sapien, played by Doug Jones, a fish creature named after the former President Abraham Lincoln, Liz, who is also Hellboy's girlfriend and has awesome powers of fire, played by Selma Blair, and an FBI agent, John Myers, who is the new recruit, played by Rupert Evans.
However, the evil wizard Rasputin, which Professor Broom encountered 60 years before, has now been resurrected and has released an army of devil dogs to take over the world, so it's up to Hellboy to stop him and save the world from its inevitable doom by a terrible dark secret.
So what do I think of this classic from 2004? Well, it's fantastic. I recently watched it on DVD and enjoyed every moment from it. The story, although based loosely on a few Hellboy stories, is pretty good, including a new and original content for a mainstream movie. The effects are also impressive, not only using CGI, but also costumes and animatronics, and I would like to see this more in movies nowadays. Of course, the movie has a massive amount of characters, including Hellboy, and Ron Perlman owns this part, because whenever I think of Hellboy, I think of him. Abe Sapien, played by Doug Jones, is fantastic, and that makeup on him is pretty damn good. Liz is, well, okay, but she is an important part to the series as Hellboy hasn't seen her in years and is, well, his girlfriend. As for the new recruit John, well, we'll talk about him later. However, the best character to me has to go to Professor Broom, played by the late and great John Hurt. I love this character so much because he reminded me a little bit of not any ordinary professor, but also gave me a bit of sad emotions to the War Doctor he played in Doctor Who. And when I heard about his passing in 2017, I was majorly bummed out. It's even more sad that the character he played dies in the movie.
Now there's always going to be good characters, but what about the villains of the movie?
Now this movie has 3 interesting villains, but not all great. There's of course Rasputin, though he is the main villain and has his army of devil dogs, but he isn't interesting to me, nor is his girlfriend Isla. However, Carl Cornine, who is pretty much the cool looking assassin dude, he's just awesome, and I love that suit he wears. Even his cool knife fighting action skills are even awesome, and being made out of sand, that's even more great. My one downside with the movie has to be the one character that most people really disliked, and that is John Myers, played by Rupert Evans. Now, I have nothing against the actor, but the character was just extremely disinteresting, and we didn't even care about him as much, since he had no superpowers or did anything interesting. But does this flaw affect the movie? Of course not. It's a fun movie. It's awesome. It has lots of great action. The story's great. The casting is superb. So my advice is to check it out. It's certainly worth it. For its score, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
And so that's my review of Hellboy from 2004. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Also, I want to make a massive thanks to all of you guys to reaching the channel up to 200 subscribers. So, for you lucky people, I'm going to do something very special and take a look of the movies of Ed Wood for Ed Wood, Mum.